some late support. He's going to run favourite on track now. He's been favourite right through, but he actually shared favouritism with It's Platonic for a while through betting. Nearly ready. Here's Destruction Point coming up with Mr. Tanzania. They're nearly set now. Destruction Point to complete it. All-time high with Piper Star settling near the outside. Along with It's Platonic, all the mares drawn the outside 3 gates there. Destruction Point came up and they're ready to go. Carlton Draft Carline Cup. Group 2. Set. Delirious the inside. Bush Padre, best tried late in betting, has a middle gate. Attendants either side of him in the red and black striped colours. Skinja Tay stood up nicely. Go Quillo made a good line. It's Platonic getting a little agitated out there. Skinja Tay's played up now. Each of them settle again. Now they're all clear and they're away. Bush Padre jumped okay. Destruction Point missed it by a length or so. Delirious Go Quillo, Mr. Tanzania and Skinja Tay jumped quickly. Just behind the Market Price. And It's Platonic is going forward up 3 or 4 wide up into about 3rd placing. It's Go Quillo leading. Skinja Tay second. Moving up, Mr. Tanzania is 3rd. It's Platonic is around him. Delirious getting a good run today. 5th on the inside, followed by Bush Padre. Half a length away to Market Price. A length and a half to Rain Gauge. Piper Star travelling out 3 wide. They're followed then by the Second Mortgage in the centre. 2 or 3 lengths. Destruction Point an all-time high. They put the 1,000 behind them. Go Quillo setting a pretty good tempo. Leading by 3/4 Skinja Tay and 3 lengths It's Platonic. A length Mr. Tanzania. A break of about 3 to 4 lengths away. Delirious on the inside and Bush Padre on his outside. And they're 2 lengths in front of Market Price. Piper Star. Rain Gauge well back being followed by Destruction Point. The Second Mortgage in the centre and last of all is all-time high. Passing the 600 metres now. Go Quillo narrowly to Skinja Tay. The West Australian Mr. Tanzania poised to pounce and It's Platonic right behind them. 3 lengths away. Bush Padre. Piper Star commencing a run and then Delirious and Market Price from the Second Mortgage. Skinja Tay went to the lead around the home turn over Go Quillo. On the outside Mr. Tanzania. It's Platonic is in the clear and here she comes with a good run now. And Piper Star's joining in. It's Platonic passing the 200 raced up to Skinja Tay. Piper Star's wider out from the Second Mortgage. Piper Star is coming home hard. She's grabbed It's Platonic. Piper Star put the neck in front and came away. Piper Star by a length. Close for second between the Second Mortgage and It's Platonic. Bush Padre behind them with all-time high who again has made up ground. Then Delirious, Rain Gauge and Skinja Tay. A break then to Market Price. A long break Mr. Tanzania back there with Go Quillo and Destruction Point. Piper Star Scott Seamer has won the race. The Second Mortgage will get up to get second in front of It's Platonic. He just got run down in the last 50 or 60 metres today. Piper Star taking the race out, trained at Flemington by Roger James from his satellite stable there, and ridden by the journeyman jockey, the star of the spring, and ever since, Scott Seamer. 2 starts at the track, 2 victories now for this 4-year-old Karpstad mare. And she was highly impressive with a very good turn of foot passing the 200 metres. She's come away to win that race well. Another very happy in the ground. Won here at Caulfield in an open mares race on Caulfield Cup Day, and she's since won in group company at Flemington and again in a welter against the males when she was fresh up on New Year's Day. She ran 3rd at Moonee Valley since then, but she's certainly made some improvement from that performance. And a good win today. The Second Mortgage making up nice ground from back in the field. It's Platonic. She had the box seat. She sprinted hard. Looked the winner probably 150 from home, but she's got run down. Bush Padre raced a bit flat today. He had a good run in a nice fast clip, but he couldn't accelerate. He just whacked away at the end. Mr. Tanzania ran a race until probably the wet track kicked in. And again, all-time high caught the eye coming from last on this occasion. She had a throat operation back in April, but she's taking a little while to get there, but she's getting better each and every start. 7, 10 and 3 it is. Piper Star, the Second Mortgage and It's Platonic on race number 5. And we'll check the race time and send that down the line to you. There it is, 1:38.07 on race number 5.
OK, Greg, Piper Star, yet another feature race win for Scott Seamer. This one a Group 2. As we go back to the track, what a win for a very impressive young horse, Andrew.
No doubt about it. She's a very promising mare, Roger.
She's continued to surprise me since she came here. She was competitive in the 3-year-old fillies races at home last year, but she was certainly no better than them, and she's gone the next step with every question I've asked her over here.
Well, Reece McLeod has ridden her previously. Reece, of course, is out suspended at the moment, but probably Scotty Seamer couldn't choose one better at the moment.
Well, yeah, I think we're a bit fortunate to get Scott, and I was rapt to have him ride her, and my only real instruction was to sit until he couldn't sit any longer. She's got a short sprint, but it's a quick one, and she goes.
Well, having said that she's improved greatly beyond your expectations, where are you going to take her?
Well, when she won over 1,400 fresh up after 38 days off the scene, she impressed me then, and I felt that maybe I'd underestimated her. I decided that day that I'd give her an Australian Cup preparation. If at any stage of the preparation she says she's not up to it, we can change tack, but at this stage she hasn't said that.
All right, good. Well done, Roger.
Thank you very much.
Roger James, trainer of Piper Star, a very impressive mare, Brendan.
Yeah, Australian Cup bound, as we heard him say. 6 wins now from 18 career starts. First 4 players, number 12 was 4th. The dividend, 13,303 New South Wales. Larry Olsen, the
off and running. Skinjatay missed it about a half length, and Distraction Point went back after the start, and Delirious first out. Go Quille quickly whipped around the outside, and further out on the track here is Skinjatay. Charging forward now from It's Platonic. When they settle down, Go Quillo and Skinjatay, who's fired up on the outside, up running second. It's Platonic has gone up on the outside of Mr. Tanzania. Delirious the inside from Market Price. Bush Padre 3 off the fence early. A length and a half to Rain Gauge, and further back Piper Star, the second Mortgage. 2 lengths further back Distraction Point at all-time high. Over the top of the hill they race, and the leader Go Quillo. Back the speed off a little in front, nearly a length to Skinjatay. 2.5 It's Platonic. 2 further back Mr. Tanzania, a couple of lengths to Delirious 5th. Bush Padre 6th, 1 off the fence outside it, 2 to Market Price. Then Piper Star followed by Rain Gauge. Further back the second Mortgage. Distraction Point, and 2 last of all-time high. At the 800 metre mark in the Carline Cup, and Go Quillo well off the fence, the field just in front of Skinjatay. A length further back Mr. Tanzania 3rd from It's Platonic 4th. 3 lengths Bush Padre, and then Delirious, and further back then Market Price. Piper Star around it from Rain Gauge, the second Mortgage, followed by Distraction Point, and all-time high as last of all. Go Quillo, Skinjatay on the turn, they're both flat. Mr. Tanzania to the outside 3rd, followed by It's Platonic. Piper Star down the middle running on. Bush Padre just held up slightly. Then Delirious further back would have been the second Mortgage. It's Platonic gets to Skinjatay. Wider out as Piper Star from Delirious. Then Bush Padre struggling from the second Mortgage. It's Platonic in front. Piper Star wearing it down. Going home better. Piper Star takes the lead, and Piper Star comes away to win on the line. 3/4 to either It's Platonic or the second Mortgage. An all-time high rattled home to run 4th, I'd say, from Bush Padre. Then Delirious, Rain Gauge, Skinjatay, a gap in the race to Market Price. A long way back, Mr. Tanzania folded right up. Near the tail, Go Quillo, and Distraction Point is last of all.
Scott Seamer again, 7 Piper Star, 7.22.50. 3 is Platonic, 2.80 or 10. The second Mortgage had $2.40.
And still no weight. Adelaide race 4 and 4.11, 110. It was 2 3/4 by 1 time, 113.73.
Has overhauled the mare in front. It's Platonic. The second Mortgage will split them. Numbers will be 7, 10 and 3 in the frame. 7, 10, 3 and 12. All-time high from last has run 4th. In 138, 7, 10, 3 and 12, with Piper Star, who reached the lead there at Moody Valley, was swamped late in the race there.
All right, first off, Newcastle Totes.
Coming up in 2 minutes.
Yeah, 4 stakes, and the ratings have gone the way of Sent Home first up. So the ratings are tipping an upset with Sent Home from Northerly and Barcada, and then Chattanooga 4, 1, 9 and 6, as we hear from Fred Kersley about Northerly.
Fred, we understand there's been a little bit of an incident with Northerly.
Yes, unfortunately he was in the parade ring, bitumen surface, and an announcement came over the loudspeakers and spooked him, and he just turned quickly and slipped. slight abrasions and shifted a front plate, but he's been replated, and the vets have said he's fine. He'll be okay.
I'm sure he is. Good on you. Good luck.
Thank you.
There we are. There is nothing to worry about. Northerly. Everything's A-OK.
And look at those top 8 betting figures. On Unitab, it's Barcada, about $1.50 better value, but $1.50 shorter, I should say. So some interesting betting around Australia on this race. New South Wales Sent Home is much shorter, and the Perth Visitor Old Comrade is an $18 chance New South Wales, but much shorter Super Tab and Unitab. Well, we're counting down to the Group 1 from there. We have the Group 2, Cabravale Diggers Hobartville Stakes, 1,400 metres the journey. Small field, shining like a beacon is Lonhro, the son of the group-winning mare Shadea, who herself is a half-sister to Mahaya, who won an Oaks at this circuit. And she's produced some good ones, but none better than this grand little fella. We go through his last 5 starts. He's won the Royal Sovereign, then the Caulfield Guineas, the Stan Fox, the Heritage and the Ming Dynasty. Will he add another big race to his lineup? Here's Ian Craig.
Yes, thanks, Brendan. John's with us, and we're all set now for a very interesting race in Lonhro. He looks $1 million. $1.20 and $1. Second pick in New South Wales. Number 2, Athens, 970, 270. Stewards quiz Chris Muntz, the rider of Gwendolyn, beaten favourite in the previous, and the trainer Max Lees. They couldn't shed any light on the disappointing performance of the heavily backed favourite, and Maxie said the horse had done well. He expected it to race well. The vet examined the horse after the race, could find nothing amiss, and in a nutshell must now bury a trail before the satisfaction of stewards before she'll be permitted to race again. Gwendolyn. Now we've got Lonhro to move in here with Athens, a field of 5. Lonhro looking for his 7th successive win. He has 8 wins, a second and a third from 11 starts, and $1,339,000 in prize money. He walks in now, again taped on the front fetlock joints. He's a superb individual. Chris Muntz coming forward on the Kiwi Athens. Previous race going to You Had Your Warning. And now they're set to go. Racing in the Hobartville, and the favourite Lonhro bounced out in front. Another Warrior sitting at its girth, and in fact it looks as though another Warrior might go up and join and nose Lonhro as they settle. Athens in third posse, followed by Checkered Past, and 3/4 of a length the Moonflute. Little between Lonhro and another Warrior as they work their way down onto the course proper. A length and a half behind them. The third is Athens, 2 lengths to another Kiwi, that's Checkered Past, and 1 length to Moonflute. On the side of the track now, coming down by the 850, and the Queenslander, another Warrior, leads about a half to 3/4 of a length on Lonhro. 2.5 lengths away, third is Athens, after 2 lengths to Checkered Past, and nearly a length the Moonflute. No change whatsoever as they race within the 600 marker now. And the pilot, another Warrior for Glenn Collis, 3/4 of a length on Lonhro. Third posse, and tagging Lonhro is Athens, and Moonflute over on the inside of Checkered Past as they wheel for home in the Hobartville. And another Warrior straightens up a half length on Lonhro, who canters up to another Warrior to put pay to him seemingly, and then comes Athens, followed by Moonflute and Checkered Past. Rod Quinn riding quietly on Lonhro. The New Zealander Athens on the outside gets within a half length of Lonhro, but Quinn very confident on Lonhro, who accelerates now. He's doing it with ease, he's doing it with style, and this outstanding colt wins the Hobartville easily, Lonhro, and never out of second gear. Lonhro beat Athens, third posse to Moonflute from another Warrior, and Checkered Past. Well, there's just no saying how good he is. I mean, he didn't beat much there, but he just seems to do it so easily, doesn't he? Number 1, Lonhro, $1.10, and will we get the $1.04 for the place? Number 2, Athens, ridden by Chris Muntz, has paid $2.50. And there'll be no third. So he's won $97,500 today, Lonhro. That takes him up to $1,436,000. And of course, so much has been said during the week re his weight in the Doncaster handicap, particularly in relation to Sunline, and how close he is in the weights to that champion mare. This Doncaster, if they both compete, is certainly going to be a race. 1-2-5-6-3 in the previous. Number 1, Lonhro RM Quinn, $1.10, $1.04. Number 2, Athens, Seamonths, $2.50. Number 5, Moon Flute, no third. Quinella, $3.30. Exacta, $3.80. Trifecta, $10. First 4, 1, 2, 5, 6, 45.90. The winning margin was a length and a quarter, 3 and a quarter second and third, 123.58. They ran the first 600 in 36.57, the last 600 in 34.56. By octagonal from Chardet, a brown coloured 3-year-old, you'd go a long way to find a better looking sort. John Hawkes for Jack and Bobbingham, Rodney Quinn aboard. Athens by the Jogger. A New Zealand gelding trained by Leanne Paulson from Takanini, Chris Muntz, and the third going to Moon Flute, number 5 by Dane Hill, trained by Graham Rogerson, Darren Beatman.
Yeah, he's an excitement machine. He didn't beat much, as Ian mentioned today, but Lonhro, onwards and upwards he climbs. Athens running a good race with what's in mind. As they head out at Cheltenham, the latest check of betting figures, we have correct weight as confirmed at Eagle Farm, as we await a scales report to come through from Randwick. A lovely, confident, patient ride from Rod Quinn. 5 minutes off Cheltenham. The Group 1 race isn't too far away on the card. The CF4 from Caulfield. The Kiwis have the top raider, a horse called Sent Home. And earlier we sent Andrew Bensley on the trail to find out more about this Kiwi star up in the stable enclosure.
We're looking at Sent Home, who's walking around preparing for the CF4 Stakes. A Group 1 trainer, Jim Wallace, is joining us. Jim, looking at your horse, looks pretty good.
Very pleased with the horse, Andrew. He's done well, settled in well since he's been here. I couldn't be happier with him.
His efforts back there in New Zealand were very good, particularly last run behind Giovanna.
Yeah, even better probably than it looked, because we were coming to run in the Carline Stakes at Moonee Valley in the night meeting, and on the Sunday had a little setback, so we missed the plane and switched then from the 1200 to the mile and just found him out the last bit.
So to the 1400 today then. How's the horse settled in?
Settled in really well, very happy with him. Coming back from 1600, I don't think it'll be too much of a problem. He's still on the way up. And I couldn't be happy with the horse, Andrew. The only concern I've got really today is the condition of the track. I'm not sure how we'll cop it.
Just that overnight rain. It's affected a few, probably northerly as well.
Yeah, probably, although looking at his record, I see he's had 3 starts in the dead for 3 wins, so, you know, he's got a leg in.
I guess you've just been looking at Northerly walk around behind us. He looks pretty forward, doesn't he?
He looks very forward, looks very well. I haven't seen the horse since this time last year, and he's certainly a bigger horse now. He looks very forward. He's done plenty of work, I'd say.
Well, Jim, your horse is walking up towards us here, 3 back. Looks pretty good to me. Good luck to you. What's the main aim this preparation in Melbourne?
Oh, the Australia Cup's is the ultimate go, but, you know, so is everyone else. We'll see how we go.
Yeah, good luck,
Thanks, Andrew.
Thanks,
Thank
mate. And there goes. Sent Home over from New Zealand, Jim Wallace, the trainer, joining us here as we prepare for the Group 1 CF4 Stakes.
And the runners arriving in the mounting yard. Rod Quinn's about to go over the scales at Randwick after riding Lonhro to an effortless victory. Correct weight Eagle Farm behind the start at Cheltenham. Runners parading at Caulfield for our Group 1, the CF4 Stakes. Weight for age, 7 furlongs or 1,400 metres is the journey. As the runners parade on screen is Mr Murphy, the Dane Hill gelding out of Marsgay's Dream. First up in the car line, finished 4.5 lengths behind Royal Code, has won 3 times this circuit, 3 times this distance. The dead track, he's yet to register a rain-affected track placing. Apparently he has had a stint down at the Mornington Peninsula at the Freedman St Ives property. $25, $6 for the place. Awaiting Northerly to arrive in the mounting yard, and here he is, the winner of the Cox Plate, the winner of the Yalumba, the Underwood, the Australian Cup, a Railway the year before, the winner of 11 of 17, the winner of $3.3 million, and the megastar from the West descends on Caulfield. Super horse and just something special. Number 3 is Old Comrade, a horse who defeated Northerly when they clashed in the Railway. That big pull in the weights, and Bob and Sandra Peters, Old Spice, 4-year-old, has won 5 of 16. And then we go to number 4, Sent Home, the Lord Ballon, a 6-year-old, placed in the Group 1 Thorndon Mile as we await it to arrive in the mounting yard. Here it comes, the beautiful pre-parade area at Caulfield. Stunning little part of the track just down as they leave the home turn. And there it is, Sent Home. Number 5 is Emission. And Emission from the Cliff Brown stable. Forest Glow horse first up, placed in the Group 1 Emirates. First up has won 1 from 4. And Stephen Arnold writes, Chattanooga is number 6. It's the Mick Price trained son of Scenic, second in the Standish, second up from a break. Then ran 6th in the Barton Stakes as the favoured runner. From there we go to Little Dozer, number 7. who won the Sandown Stakes and the Hilton on the Park late last year, has just been behind that form this preparation. Then we go to number 8, the Victoria Derby winner. The 9 is right behind. There's Barcata, the Spectrum 3-year-old, and it was placed in the Australia Day Stakes after winning the Zetative Stakes its previous run. Its 10 starts have yielded 5 wins, has raced 4 times on dead ground, 1 win and 2 minors. So just the Victoria Derby winner we haven't seen, and that is the son of Carnegie. It's called Amalfi and put together consecutive wins. It's only had 6 starts, Amalfi, 4 wins, 2 minor placings, first up 2 for 2. And its place 2 goes on dead ground, yet to win. So we'll get a look at Amalfi a bit closer to the race. That's the Group 1 lineup for the $300,000 CF4 Stakes. Intriguing race this. The Cox Plate winner and multiple Group 1 winner Northerly holds tote favouritism, but G. Barcata's been kept safe around Australia.
Yes, it is being kept safe, Brendan, and you know, this track is just a little bit slippery underfoot. It's what a lot of the jockeys have been saying, and Scott Seamer alluded to that earlier in the day, and I don't know whether it's been a help, but it's hard to pick those that cope with dead, but a dead slippery is a different scenario totally. Look, Northerly, well, you've seen him on parade, and he does look hard and fit as far as I'm concerned. Dead tracks, he's won at the course, distance, not a problem. He's forward enough, he's fit enough. I'm putting him on top. I just can't tip against such great horses, and I've got no doubt he's easily the best horse in this race. I'm going to put number 4, Sent Home, in. Had the 3 runs back this time. He's been kept for a slow increase up to an Australian Cup. Now, this trip, the 1600 today, I think suits perfectly. Greg Childs, I'm sure, will be aware of the way this race is going to be run. It wouldn't surprise me if he gives him just a little bit of a dig out the gates from an inside barrier to be very prominent. Looks $1 million, it really does. Number 8, Amalfi. Well, for anybody that was wanting to know whether it's 100% fit or not, I'm telling you right now, it looks absolutely fantastic. Looks as if he's developed a little bit in the shoulder, right back through the barrel, underneath the girth and over the hindquarter. Gee, he really does look a picture, and fit enough to perform. Has got good first up form. I'm going to put him in and give him a very good chance. And it wouldn't surprise me if he races just behind the leaders. Number 9, Barcata, I include with reservation because the way this track is being a little bit slippery. He's won on dead track. And I know he's won here, but look, today is just a little bit different. I don't think they're going to let him have it too easy in front. He does look very well. Of a few of the others that just concerned me, I thought Mr. Murphy looked a little on the robust side, as did Old Comrade. Now, not disgustingly, but just to me, they looked a little bit rotund for a tough sort of race like this, as does a Mission. So if you can exclude those and it helps you, I hope it does. I've gone 1 Northerly ahead of 4 Sent Home, 8 Amalfi, 9 Barcata, as we go to Andrew Bensley with Michael Friedman.
Good on you, Alf. Yes, Michael here joining us with a couple of key runners here, Michael, particularly Barcata.
Yeah, he's a nice 3-year-old, Andrew. He's probably a little bit of a query on the going, but you know, we were sort of hoping for a firmer track, but given that it's probably somewhere between, you know, dead and slow, it's a bit of a concern, but he's done well, and you know, he should get a soft lead.
Soft lead, that's the key, isn't it? If you can get away with a fairly soft one, she's got that sprint at the end.
Yeah, he'll make it a sprint home, but yeah, we do have a big query on the going. I mean, his best form's on firm tracks, which this isn't today, so you know, look, I'm not saying he can't win, but we do have a query on him.
Mr. Murphy's been down in St Ives, your family farm there, where you put a lot of horses with Anthony looking after them. It's been school. Can we see an improvement today from Mr. Murphy?
Well, once again, you know, all his best form's on firm going, which we haven't got today, so you know, that alone would be enough to bring him undone, which is unfortunate because Anthony was really confident the way the horse had been doing that he was going to sort of get somewhere back to his best form. So you know, I'm sure he'll be there for a while, but the soft track does have us worried with him as well.
Both of them?
Yeah, it's one of those things. There's not much you can do about it.
You've got Joie going around to the race following this.
She should be suited by the soft going. She's got good form on soft tracks, and it's a race that, you know, at the weight she's probably well in. So, you know, we'd be expecting a good run from her.
All right, good luck.
Thanks, Andrew.
Mate. Michael Friedman representing the Friedman stable. They've got 2 runners, but probably little doubts on both of them now, Brendan, with this dead-rated track.
We're warming for Northerly, aren't we, as the star from the west has arrived. Whoop! Pulled up quickly there with Damien aboard, a big smile on his face. Eagle Farm, let's update ahead as we count down to the Group 1 CF4 Stakes. Ratings look this way. It's Trudeau from Wajo, 4 from 1, 2 and 11. 4, 1, 2 and 11. And as far as latest betting is concerned, there it is on screen. Back to see how they go in the Group 1. Excitement stages of the afternoon as we look at Northerly for the Group 1 CF4 Stakes. A horse who's already done so much and so much more potentially awaits. The winner of $3.3 million, a winner 11 times of 17 starts, a winner of a Cox Plate, a Yalumba, an Underwood, an Australian Cup, a Railway, a Fian Stakes as well. And at Caulfield he's won 3 and placed on 1 other occasion. He's at 2:30. I can report news from the track. Sent Home is enjoying strong support. A little bit of support Amalfi, the Derby winner, who's resuming. So the best support has been Sent Home on course outside of the favourite, which is Northerly. It continues to tighten in. This is at Group 1 status. It's the CF4 Stakes, Northerly the tote elect. And your Group 1 caller is Greg Miles.
Yes, full of pre-race scare with Northerly, but the punters have trimmed him up late in betting, and here's the favourite. As you would expect, Sent Home has had good support. Barcarda's the third elect, a little easy. So, can the Group 1 roll continue for Northerly? We're about to find out. Amalfi's coming up into the gates. Mission is about to come up and join them in the stalls now. Little Dozer about to come along. Chattanooga's away from the gates. Here's Little Dozer going in. Amalfi stood well. Last up will be Chattanooga. Inside runner Barcarda. 3-year-olds have won this race 4 years running. He and Amalfi represent that age group. No problem with Northerly, passed that vet's test. He was free in his action, and he lines up as the warm favourite for the CF4. They're all in. Set to run. Group 1 CF4 Stakes. Light flashes, they're racing, and Barcarda won the jump on the inside ahead of Mr. Murphy, Little Dozer and Chattanooga. Northerly and Sent Home are settling just behind them in a speed race early. They're followed then by a Mission. Back behind those horses settling towards the end is Old Comrade and the Derby winner Amalfi's last of all. Barcarda, the 3-year-old led. He's out by a length and a half, Mr. Murphy. Sent Home behind them third on the inside, and then Chattanooga. Nearly a length away then came Little Dozer, 1.5 to Northerly. A length to Mission, another length to Old Comrade, who tracks Northerly, and last of all is Amalfi at the 800 metres in the oar, and the leader Barcarda by a length, Mr. Murphy. A length to Sent Home, Chattanooga. Little Dozer over on the inside, and then Northerly, who's gone out about 4 wide to make his run up the side of the course, clear of a Mission, Old Comrade and Amalfi at the 600, and Barcarda's been left alone for a long way. He leads by 3/4, Mr. Murphy, then Chattanooga, and Northerly's pushed along, making a little ground on the outside now. Then Sent Home, who's hard ridden back behind them, and next is a Mission as they corner where Barcarda railed beautifully. He leads by about 3 lengths. He slipped away on them around the home turn, Barcarda. Northerly is flat as a strap behind him with Chattanooga, and they're trailed by Sent Home. Barcarda at the 200 in front. He's shortening stride a little bit. He's got about 3 lengths on them. Northerly and Sent Home battling away. Barcarda clear. The 3-year-olds do it again.